I want to share with you the story of Mary and the story of Fred. Mary is an individual who was kept in a black and white environment. She lived in her room, and all of her room were black and white environment. Let's assume for a minute that Mary will not see any colors and never been introduced to colors by visualization. The only way we taught Mary, and if we assume Mary is a scientist as well, the only way is we told Mary every single piece of information and all type of knowledge that's human will understand around colors, and they will know around colors. The color formation, the light wavelengths, whatever it is. And then let's just, for sake of the story, let's just assume that in one day we open up and we demonstrate to Mary a one color. And let's assume it's a red color. Will Mary now recognize the red color? The answer for this question, to get you to be confused, is no. However, there are some scientists who will come and say, oh yeah, you know what? Mary will know the color wavelengths. She can have a wavelength measurement. She can stand and she measure. With all due respect to this scientist, Mary will not know the color. And if you don't believe it for a minute, let's just move on to Fred and then come back to Mary again. So Fred is a scientist. I assume that Fred will know all colors. He is studying lights, he's studying colors, and suddenly Fred was able to recognize a brand new color. A color that's never been seen before. And at this point, Fred wants to go back to his colleagues and explain what type of colors he was able to see. Now, how Fred will use language to describe this new color. The point you want to stress here is, does this make sense? First of all, Fred, yes, it does make perfect sense. Remember the last time you have been in a restaurant or in a new environment and you have been exposed to new fruits, vegetables, or new meal, and you tasted one brand new taste that you never described before. How are you describing this taste to your friends? So anybody, when they taste it again, they will find out that this exact taste you have been providing them. I believe each one of you has at least one time in their life experienced a brand new food, a brand new taste in their life. The point is, if you don't know how to describe the taste, if you don't know how to describe the colors, how can you ask informative questions? If you've never been exposed before to any colors, how can you recognize a color? Where this leads us to? It leads us to a concept called qualia, and the qualia means that we will receive from our experience a different set of knowledge that we cannot describe. The qualia means that when you are exposed to a red color, you will gain information that no descriptions can provide. Sense of this information that's not described. And if we want to argue for the sake of argument, you can argue, but if the best way is not to know the information and not use it, the best way is to apply this information. So let's apply these two informations in our life. We as a business owner usually exposed to brand new experience. If you are moving, if you are doing a career shift, if you are moving from a business with a big organization to a brand new startup companies, you are doing a shift. And doing this shift, we are exposed to consultants and coaches who they never been in small businesses before. I always remember when I was early on in my career, I used to have a startup company and I joined one of the incubator back in 2004, 2005, and I was assigned a mentor. And I start to notice that this mentor will always give me recommendation and discussion that's basically waste of my time. It does not reflect my experience in running small businesses since 1992. And when I start to consider why I am different, why they don't get along, is it me, is it my culture, is my language, is whatever it is, I realized one thing, that this particular mentor is just a brand new graduate with an MBA in a small business or in entrepreneurship. So a graduate from an MBA school is exactly like Mary. He never been in business, he doesn't understand business, he learned everything about business. However, when they are exposed to the real business, they will start to make decisions not to succeed and not to build a business. Decision which will basically harm the business. Is the rule general? I don't want to answer this question. because the answer will upset people on this video. Now, if we go and try to apply the same concept of Fred and Mary, or Mary and Fred, we will realize that if you are a public speaker and you want to start a speaking business, or you want to start to give a lecture, what you will do at the very beginning, you will bring all of your family, you will sit with all of your friends, and then you will start to provide them what you want to, and you say it's practice. I'm sorry, it's not a practice. These individuals are not the ones who will buy your product. These individuals are not the one who will engage with you. So why you did not look for engagement coach or somebody in the coaching business, training business of public speaking to set up your program? Why you go to your friends and your family who they don't know much about, who are exactly like Mary? They will be living with you for the longest time without doing anything other than what you used to do. So when you do the shift, it's good to educate them and show them and give them experience to get their support. I'm not disputing that. But they should not be a judgmental voice in what you do. The third examples I can put in front of you is when we have problems with our businesses, and when we have troubles, and when we have challenges in our businesses, the immediate thing we do is we go to our friends. I have so many of you will connect with me and say, oh, how we can do this, how we can do that. I say, yeah, you have to use this tool. You can use this tool. You can do it in this way. Oh yeah, you know what? I have a friend who's helping me. She will do it. Or I have a friend who's helping me with my website. I have a friend who's helping me with my SEO. A friend helping that never been in a business like yours is not helping you. It's exactly like Mary trying to identify the color when Mary doesn't know what the colors are. That's it. They are not helping you, they are pushing you in the wrong direction. They are pushing you backward. And if you want to understand how you can ask a question, how you can stimulate and drive a real intelligent conversation, you have to consider the following. You have to consider that Fred cannot describe a new taste or a new color. So you don't act like Fred. When you see a new phenomena coming to your work, to your business, to your work, and you cannot describe the phenomena, is because you are like Fred. You never been in a situation before you want to describe it. And to give you an example, and don't make this as a education or a theoretical discussion, give you a quick example. Many of us will share pain around cash flow, and they say, yeah, we don't have enough cash to run our business. And this is not the problem. The problem is you didn't have the right funnel, you didn't have the right number of customers, you did not charge the right price for your business services. It's not you don't have a cash, you don't have a plan. So asking the questions, it has to be intelligent. You have to be able to ask the right question to the right people in the right time with the right language. Asking a question or running a show, and this is another example. Majority of us will say, yeah, you know what, I can stand up, I can do a presentation, and once individuals will listen to me, they will come and buy my product. And what will happen there is they will go and present in event after event, event after event. They attend different networking meeting, different I don't want to call specifics because I want to make it like as generic as possible. However, what will happen is they will never have a customer coming out of this meeting. They will become frustrated, they will run out of cash, they will not be able to support their family, and they will give up on their passion because they basically did not learn how to approach and how to present and how to engage individuals. And if this is happening to you, you are in the normal 80% of the population where you don't understand how to ask the question, you don't understand how to present, you don't understand what's in it for the other clients to come and present so you can engage them and you'll be able to get their signatures. Many of us will hang around these consultants, and these consultants, they usually say names like YYM and what's in it, YYFM, what's in it for me, and they give us some acronym. And what they do with this acronym, they basically follow the original definition of a consultant. Back in 1992, I had been in one of the most prestigious international programs in a nation, and I was actually having comment about that the teachers, mentors who were educating us and training us. And then suddenly somebody came to me and said, why do you complain? The definition of a consultant is somebody lives 50 miles away, knows terminology, comes to you to take your watch to tell you the time. So when you hang around this consultancy and these individuals who are trying to show that they are mentors, they are coaches, they are trainers, you have to watch for one thing, okay? What did you do in the same business as I did? If you don't ask these intelligent questions, you will be basically looking for Mary to help you. And if you don't engage with these individuals early on, if you find a good mentor, if you find a good coach, if you find a good trainer, if you find a good advisor, and if you did not engage with these advisors early on, in a way that this advisor will be aware of your business, will understand the surrounding of your business, what you will do at that point, you will be the individual who is acting like Fred, coming with questions. I got so many individuals who come and say, yeah, can we answer this? Can you answer this question? And they write the question in. Okay, if you come back to me with a question, I have more questions to be able to understand. You don't work with individuals who don't ask you more questions to understand how the color in front of Fred. So I can keep moving on and I can keep tell you lots of stories and lots of interesting phenomena, which is practices you personally do. However, I want to summarize it in the following. Please don't go to Mary and ask like Fred, because you will be basically getting nothing out of these experiments. This is Wael Badawi. Please share your comment in the link below or in the comment below. I would love to hear your feedback and I will be looking forward to connect with you.